What's going on, guys? It's your boy 8675309-858X, and we're ready for the NRSL Outback Xfinity Series All-Star Showdown here for Season 7. So let's get you to your starting lineup here for this race and show you who's in what. Chandler Caudill on the pole for this race, unofficial pole. Starting next to him, Ace Rogers in car number 19. Then you have Jessica Shelton, Alexander Rowe, Justin Seidel, Craig William Carter, Benjamin Miles, Jonathan Wong, Cody Lamas, Vince Almerego, Kyle Matthews, Nathan Stapleton, Charles Samper, Eric Burton, William Brock, James Qualls, Diego Yepes, and Philip Parker. Here, yep, indeed. So, as you can see with the drivers that are here currently in the field, this is how it goes. Drivers who did not win last season after the previous All-Star race, and drivers who did not win this season before this race event, and also drivers that are not in the top 10 points are not in the field here. So that's where you see our drivers here. We're about ready to command to fire them up, so here we go.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there's the command to fire them engines there. Chandler Caudill trying to represent for Gardner Racing. Now Gardner is already in via the win that he already has locked up. Caudill, because he's not having that good of a season and not enough to get that top 10 run, he is in this field. Then you got Ace Rogers for Second Keith Motorsports, Craig William Carter for Second Keith Motorsports as teammates. Then you got Jonathan Wong for his own for the Flickinger race team. You got Lamas and Almerego. Then you got Brock, and I believe that's who's there? I'm trying to think of it. If it comes to me, I will say it. Green flag back, or wait, we say back. Green flag gonna be underway here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. I guess Brock is the only one for his team that is trying to advance. Philip Parker and Connor Meyer. That's who I was trying to think of as not Philip Parker. With Philip Parker and I cannot speak today. Wonderful. Philip Parker and the where was it? Because I could have sworn I must be seeing things then. Never mind. Phil Parker's only represented for Myers Racing Team. And then that's about it for the team-wise. James Qualls trying to get in on this one. Remember, Osborne's in both, so he's trying to do what he can to find a way to get in here. And coming to lead the stripe here. And odd to see her in the showdown, Jessica Shelton. The lead lap number 1 here for the 17-lap event. And some names you're seeing here, it's kind of odd to really see that they're in this field. Jessica Shelton, Cody Lamas, Charles Samper, James Qualls. Just a few names of those. Those are names you wouldn't expect. Even the same for Eric Burton, but they have not been having some really good seasons there. All 4 of those drivers. Eric Burton has been involved in pretty much been every wreck. James Qualls had a poor run at Las Vegas and really has been not been the same. And then you got like Jonathan Wong, who's kind of doing okay for Flickinger Racing. He was doing good at first, but then like just getting involved in a lot of bad luck and stuff. As now you are seeing some teammates. Well, I wouldn't say teammates, but some good friends. Charles Sanford, the 0-1, Jessica Shelton in the 20, battle for the lead. Sanford will get around the 20. Now here comes Cody Lamas in the 5 car. And Diego Yepes in the 1, trying to do the same thing as well. 3 wide for second as Charles Sanford's got to be enjoying this lead that he's having. Really hasn't had a lot of time also leading races too this season. It has been a very disastrous run for that 0-1 team. Yepes will not lead that lap, and we'll wait to try to see if he can do it. Nathan Stapleton, car number 88, in the Element Chevrolet there. Been having an okay season, just not enough to where he's gotten a win, but Stapleton, that 88 team, having a really good run you're seeing right now. Just try to see if you can get in that top 2, which I forgot to mention. The rules are very simple. top 2 that finish this race will advance to the All-Star race that will go the same for the Cup Series and will rely on one fan vote. And the fan vote is very simple, which if you've seen after Las Vegas, fans were voting for that one there. And by that Friday, the votes had already been done. So now, as you're seeing this race the day after the votes were tallied, we will tally them up and we'll know who will be in the All-Star race, when the All-Star race will be public, and we will announce it before the race begins. So, just want to make sure we get that out of the way there momentarily. Philip Parker, car number 15, the Buffalo Wild Wings Toyota there for Meyer Racing. Really enjoying his run. Top 2 is Parker and Ace Rogers. And Phil Parker trying to make sure he holds on to the lead right there from Ace Rogers and Kyle Matthews in the 62. And hard enough to even believe Kyle Matthews is even in this showdown too, because of how he was last season and even the season before too. He was having such a good season. But he's in here though. Car scraping the wall. You see her off the back straight. Kind of slipping the pack a bit. Diego Yepes. And now one car. And that's the thing about Coca-Cola you got to realize there. In that back straight, you hang around the wall too much, it will suck up to there and you will hit the wall. You got to be really careful. Up the front, Benjamin Miles in the 48 car will barely lead that lap over Chandler Caudill. Right now, the racing has been really calm for the time being, but not insanely crazy. Now Caudill, Jonathan Wong, Jessica Shelton now working their way through the front of the field. Eric Byrne, Craig William Carter a little bit straggling behind in that inside line, but they're doing it though. They're hanging in there. Now these cars will not come down pit road. It's just a quick 17-lapper. Top 2 get in. There's Vital Morego. I'll tell you what, when he started off the season, he started off really good. The first 5 races of the season. Then after that, nothing seems to go his way for that 80 team, and things have just been falling apart left and right for that Lowe's team there. And he's trying to do what he can to get into this all-star field. And to the life of me, I cannot remember what race it was that he had one good run. I thought it was going to be the end of the bad luck runs, and then it just went back to bad run after bad run for that 80 team. And it happens. Not the end of the world, but I'll tell you what, that 80 team really looking for some redemption, and this race can do so. Wow, Eric Burton, that was a close call with William Carter. Contact between the two. They're going to keep it together. Wow, I thought they were going to let bygones be bygones, and then they made contact. And I don't know how they kept it together, but they sure as hell did the rookies. And you got to remember about Eric Burton. In this series, oh my God, I hate to say it. This series, he's a rookie, but not in the outside the NRSL. But oh, Zidell into Matthews, and they're also 4 wide behind. Oh, there they go. Caudill, William Brock around. Washington will wave in the rear. Jessica Shelton, Philip Parker, Alexander Rowe, Cody Lamas. See another car in the back. That's Vital Morego again. My God, this guy cannot catch a break. Diego Yepes, Charles Samper, your top 2 right now. As we're on lap 9 of 17. Here comes Eric Burton, Kyle Matthews, heading to the line to see who gets in the top 2. Samper will hold on to that second position. Like Vince has got a little bit of front. Auto looks okay. Alexander Rowe is definitely going to be off the pace. He's going to be having balance forward. Shelton easily getting around him, and that is where Rowe will be. That's going to be not good for the 2 other drivers there behind. Philip Parker's got some front-end damage. And Cody looks okay. William Brock's got a little bit of damage as well. Nathan Sampleton avoided the wreck. Did a good job right there. Maybe down to 11 drivers going for that win. Unless anyone else can get an opportunity. Caution's out. We're on lap 10 of 17. Let's go take a look at our first caution. Probably our only one, too. You're looking at Vital Morego here. He did not cause the accident, but you can see he was in the 4 wide scenario when Jonathan Wong and Benjamin Miles were in there too. But then you see James Qualls, and then you see Chandler Caudill now starting to be in the 4 wide scenario, and then you see Alvarado just chilling the highlight. I think Cody and Lamas and Chandler Caldo are going to start this. Yeah, Cody just bouncing around left and right. Goes in Chandler Caldo, into Alexander Rowe. Just barely gets William Brock. All hell's going to break loose. There's Alvarado. Phil Parker, there's where he gets his front end damage. Nathan Stapleton was in the rear of that field at that time. And you can't even see him in the smoke anymore. He does a nice job avoiding that accident. Great driving by that 88 Hellman Chevrolet right there. William Brock also does a nice save, keeps it going. I think he only gets away with right side damage for the most part, because I don't see any other damage on that 26 car at all, let alone if he even sustained damage. Try to see if we can. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. I don't think he did. No, it don't even look like it from here. Yeah, don't. No way. No damage on that 26 car. Lucky break. Jessica Shelton there. I'm not sure with her situation and Chandler Caudill, but Alvarado and whoever else is damaged, they're going to have to rely on the fan vote. Yepes and Sanford, top two. Let's take you back to the green. As pace cars doing this, 1 lap to go. Nobody's out of the race, which is a good sign right there. So 18 cars still remain on the track. Top two is Yepes and Sanford, as mentioned. Then Eric Burton, third. Fourth, Kyle Matthews. Fifth, Craig William Carter. Sixth, Benjamin Miles. Seventh, James Qualls. Eighth, Justin Seidel. Ninth, Jonathan Wong. Clean the top 10. Ace Rogers. So here we go. Yepes, Sanford trying to hold them up. There'll be 4 more laps to go. Will we cross the line this time by? Green flag is out for Yepes. Here comes Charles Sanford. Here comes Eric Burton coming along as well. 3 wide comes the 11. And 3 wide behind them for the 4th position. 3 by 3. They are not done racing crazy. Stapleton now coming his way through the field. Ace Rogers. William Brock. Shelton and Cody Lamas are trying to do what they can to get into this pack. Time is ticking. Same for Chandler Caudill. I am not sure about Vince Alvarado, though. I've definitely confirmed Philip Parker and Alexander Rowe. They are not going to be bound for those top 2 spots. Meanwhile, Seidel and Qualls are now in the top 2. Stapleton, Wong, and Ace Rogers are now starting to come away in the fray. This is where you want to go crazy and do or die mode. I don't know about these guys now. Even Jessica Shelton, she probably may be in an SOL position. But she's going to try, though, to get up to William Brock. Right now, Seidel and Qualls is 2 laps to go. Comes on by. They're in the top 2 spots. Stapleton trying to hang on for 3rd. He's going to do so. Now Qualls opens the high line. Here comes Jonathan Wong. But Qualls is smart right here. This is where you want to be on the high line. Coming onto the straightaways. The straightaways is where you want to be on the high line. The low line is where you want to be on the turns. Now here comes James Qualls going for the lead. Trying to get the top spot from Seidel. Here he comes underneath the Reese Chevrolet Camaro. He's going to get it. It'll be white flag when we come to the line. Jonathan Wong trying to get the 2nd spot. Qualls may be in a good spot, but he's got to hold off these drivers for 1 more lap. Here comes Eric Burton 3 wide for 2nd. Guys are showing some great racing right here. Seidel being smart using the high line, but he can't clear. Neither can Wong, because here comes Burton on the inside. Here comes Charles Sanford for 2nd. James Qualls may be in the books. He may be okay. I can't confirm it yet, though. James Qualls may be in good hands right here. Wong scraping the wall. Burton trying to get that 2nd position. The time is ticking. Can they do it? Eric Burton looks like he's going to clinch it as well. Coming off the final turn. James Qualls, Eric Burton, as they nearly wreck off turn 4. They're going to be the 2 that transfer the All-Star race. Qualls and Burton advance. What a huge turnaround for some legends in the NRSL 2003 community, and 2 drivers who really have not been doing so well in the Xfinity Series. They're going to the All-Star race. James Qualls will be a winner. Eric Burton transfers via the second position. So it all comes down to Charles Sanford, Craig William Carter, Ace Rogers, Kyle Matthews, Diego Yepes, Benjamin Miles, Jonathan Wong, Justin Zidell, Nathan Stapleton, William Brock, Jessica Shelton, Vince Alborego, Chandler Caudill, Cody Lamas, Philip Parker, and Alexander Rowe. Comes down to those drivers right there to be the final spot for the fan vote. And we will find out next week when they do so, and the same will be said for when the Cup Series heads over to here for the Showdown. And then the week after that for the All-Star race, so should be interesting to see nonetheless. Till then, thank you guys for watching. If you like to be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts on this stream. Subscribe, be a part of the NRSL by hitting that subscribe button, and we will see you guys later for the All-Star race that'll take place, and the Cup Showdown as well. Till then, it's your boy DeYoung signing off. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Coca-Cola Super Speedway for the All-Star Showdown that is happening right now. It's been All-Star Weekend going around. All the fans that are here, they've been having a good time. So we had our Xfinity race not long ago, our wild race there, and we now know our two drivers that are going to be there, and later on we will find out about our fan vote momentarily. But in the meantime, we will have our Cup race right now. That'll be decided of what's really going to happen with this one here, and who's going to be our drivers that will advance the All-Star race. And I'm here joined by Michael Norman, the former driver of the number 3 WWE NXT Chevrolet, but now is a full-on commentator for his own league again that came back just recently.
Yep. Thank you. By the way, it wouldn't be back if it wasn't for Seth showing me how to get VideoPad Editor, because VideoPad Editor is like God among editing software. Because not only does it render my 42-minute long videos in less than 30 minutes, but it also helps it upload to YouTube in under 10 minutes. So
it comes in handy. And also another thing too is that Michael took a big hiatus with the series, and also just recently in the NRSL he retired after last season, being in the NRSL since season, holy cow, I want to say it was season 2 or 3. I want to say he's been there for a while. Just recently retired, and this is the first time you've been in the booth in a while, too, haven't you, there?
Oh, yeah, it's been, besides my booth, it's been a while since I've been in other people's booths. Because, like, every racetrack we go to, those big buildings you see on top of the grandstands, they're, like, sectioned off for each offline series. So it was funny to enter somebody else's room besides my own.
So, as we got the command you kind of just heard not long ago, we'll mention our drivers, who's in this field just a bit. Rules are very simple. Top 2 in the All-Star Showdown. They advance in problems for RJ Bishop right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
We'll mention our drivers right now. So now the new unofficial pole sitter will be James Qualls. You got RJ Bishop, James Qualls, Anthony McCurry, Kyle Matthews, Jeffrey Finguy, Daniel Olson, Levi McIntyre, Nathan Hudson, Kate Anderson, Brett Pritchard, Keith Batson, Rick Johnson, Cole Deaver, Elijah Gilbert, Zach Rogers, William Duncan, and Seth Cole. We're going to mention about some other things in just a bit. The pace car, along with RJ Bishop, are going to dive down pit road. 17 laps of action. Cautions are on. The ticker is up. We're about ready to turn them loose. Michael, I guess it's been a while for you. Let's go ahead and hear you.
All right, coming to the green flag. Green flag is out. Who's going to make it into the All-Star race?
As you see, James Qualls get a nice start right there. But it's like they say in any type of race like this, doesn't matter how you start, it just matters how you finish.
Yep, and just like any super speedway racetrack, much like this one, even though the turns are quite tight, so you can't really, it's kind of like a speedway / super speedway. It really doesn't matter where you qualify as long as you can avoid all the wrecks, get the right drafting help, and you can get right up there.
So there's a few things you may have known there. One of them is who's not in the NRSL, but is making a one-off start. Rick Johnson, car number 93, you see in that Dodge Daytona right there. We're going to go on board right now. You can see Rick Johnson. He is in this one-off race here. He had never made any NRSL starts before, and in a type of way, he wanted to make a return in some type of way. So they gave him the call. Second Keith offered the help with the Dodge Daytonas, and here he is driving that number 93 in his first ever start. And I guarantee you that's got to be quite an impressive feat that not only Second Keith is doing, but they're allowing to help Rick Johnson go out there and race.
All right. I completely agree. It's a very good to see Rich Johnson on the racetrack. As you saw Qualls, he was just leading this pack. Now he's all the way back near the back, right where Richie Johnson is, falling back pretty good.
Yeah,
Strategy on his part. Look at McCurry coming back here too.
if you notice there too, one of the Sega Keith cars, originally when we had the video of the fan vote, Brett Pritchard had a different scheme. This is the scheme that he's going to be running for the All-Star, and it's all gold. Well, Sega Keith Motorsports is celebrating its 5-year anniversary as of this year, getting close to the date when it first formed. So all the Sega Keith cars you're going to see in the All-Star race weekend are going to be gold. And I guarantee you, for Kyle Keith and others, they would like to see their only guy that's in the showdown, Brett Pritchard, in the field. That has got to be some pressure, but we shall see what will happen. Now, if you notice there, Kyle Matthews is leading them down. Look at all the manufacturers you see coming up to the front of the field. As Seth Cole started dead last now, working up to the lead. You got Chevrolet bound for the lead. You got Toyotas not too far behind, the older Toyota and the newer Toyota. Dodge Dart, Ford Mustang, Chevy Camaro with Beaver and James Qualls, the Dodge Daytonas, and the BMW, and also the Ford Taurus of Keith Batson. And speaking of Batson, he came so close of winning a couple races ago at Armory Digital and almost had a good chance to win over at Las Vegas, but just fell short. So Batson is really trying to show out there what he's capable of. With this small field, anything can happen. As RJ Bishop, you can see, is back on the course. He is a lap down. He needs a quick caution. And I just spoke too soon. The caution's out.
Caution is out. The 92 pack here by himself, or is he the leader? Can't tell.
Yep, Jeffrey Finguy. He's going to lead them down, coming to the yellow. And I spoke too soon about a caution. Well, that's good news for Bishop. The bad news, we got Seth Cole.
Seth Cole caught between the racetrack and the apron. His back wheels kind of off the ground. Hudson involved here. And I know I'm.
Oh my God!
Hudson will.
And Rick Johnson. Rick Johnson got involved with all the damage that's there. Kyle Matthews, Elijah Gilbert, William Duncan. There's Seth Cole, you see. Caution will wait for the first time today. Tough break for Richard Johnson, who was in a one-off event. And that is going to be an early end to the 93 team. Tough break right there. So, as you see, RJ Bishop, that is great news for him that caution came out. Now the major question is that if he can get around the leader and get another quick caution, who knows what will happen.
Damage on the 3 machine there.
Brett Pritchard. Looks like the accident happened off turn 4. You see Levi McIntyre also heading down the pit road. Got a little bit of right side damage you see in that Stanley Tools 19 and some left side damage.
Yeah.
And rear.
Some rough damage there. Took a bunch of these cars out.
Anderson's got some rear damage.
Qualls has some rear end damage there, 35. This is obviously a big one that happened in the middle of the field.
Yeah, not good right there. Caution's out for the first time today here at Coca-Cola. Jeffrey Finguy leading them down. Let's go take a look at ourselves our first caution. Well, welcome back. You've just seen a possibility that started with the leaders of William Duncan and Seth Cole. Finguy just about made a 4 wide with Nathan Hudson. The 55 puts the 33, squeeze him to the wall, and then the 55 just nowhere to go. He's going to spin out. Nathan Hudson, you're just seeing car number 11, does a great job holding up from that and gets through it unscathed. But then keep an eye as the guys are trying to avoid this accident. Watch the 93, Rick Johnson. Olsen actually clips the 30, goes into the 93. Wow.
It just happens when everyone tries to avoid an accident in a very tight turn.
Ooh. There's Nathan Hudson. Seth Cole runs into his own teammate right there.
James Qualls gets a bit of rear end damage.
Brett Pritchard, I just seen in the 3 car. He just goes around with the bump off Zach Rogers. And just gets a small piece off the front end right there.
He might be okay. I don't know really how hard he hit it because we're in slow motion there, but he could be okay.
He didn't hit it that hard there, so he should be okay. And as long as the banking didn't do its part too.
Glad that nobody really spun or flipped over because of those really tight and high banks.
Yeah, we've seen that for a while too. And a tough break for drivers like Rick Johnson, who was in a one-off there. Seth Cole, who was last place starting spot and worked his way up to the front. Unfortunately, he's going to be out of it. Jeffrey Finguy is your leader as we are getting closer to the green flag here. Let's take you back to see what'll happen with the end result. Pace cars coming on down pit road. 10 cars remain out on the, 10 cars on the lead lap. 12 remain on the track. Out of the race after that include Kyle Matthews, Seth Cole, Elijah Gilbert, Rick Johnson, and Levi McIntyre. William Duncan, RJ Bishop are a lap down in 11th and 12th. Green flag back out here for Jeffrey Finguy as he is your leader. Drivers in the top 5 are Finguy, McCurry. They'd be the top 2 that would transfer if they stayed the way they are. Cole Deaver 3rd, Olson 4th and 5th. Keith Batson, 6th, Zach Rogers, 7th, Kate Anderson, 8th, James Qualls, 9th, Nathan Hudson, in the top 10, Brett Pritchard. Kind of see Brett Pritchard kind of not really losing Nathan Hudson, but he's barely keeping up.
Yeah, we know about 5.
RJ Bishop.
We know about 5 cars now that aren't going to make it into the All-Star race, but it's really just going to be on who can keep up with these leaders.
You can see drivers like James Qualls and Kate Anderson with the damage that they sustained in their cars. They're still able to like keep up with the pack, but they're not like fully up to speed. Wow, William Duncan, you've seen right there. He passed Brett Pritchard. Remember, that is not for the 10th spot because Duncan is a lap down. So Pritchard's damage is really going to affect him, and that's going to be a tough break for the second Keith driver. He's going to have to rely on the fan vote. The same can be tough for these two as well. Let's go on board James Qualls in the 70 here. Let's see if he can, how his view is on the roof cam here. And you can see on his speed, he's going about 246 and 248 head into the turns. These guys are going to go about the same speed, so I think they should be able to catch up. But with the damage they sustained, Michael, do you think they're able to catch up, or is it just a lost cause?
It might be honestly a lost cause at this point because it might be a lost cause at this point because as you can see, they're not gaining any ground. It almost looks like they're losing it. But honestly, it's I don't know. I can't really tell you. It's going to be hard to say.
Yeah, that's a tough break for those drivers right there. So it may come down to teammates of Daniel Olson and Cole Deaver, Keith Batson, Zach Rogers, Anthony McCurry, and Jeffrey Finguy for those top 2 positions. Right now, Finguy and McCurry, they are your top 2 drivers right now. And the first driver out is Zach Rogers in that number 9 Dodge Mopar Dart there. Zach Rogers, who made the chase last season, no wins still looking for his first career win. He's trying to do what he can to get in there, though. And now he's going to get in the top 2 spot. McCurry trying to bring Audi into the All-Star race this season, especially with the new look that they got, the Quattro. And with the rumors going around how they're possibly moving over to the new Gen 6 mod, it could mean an uncertain future for Audi. Who knows what will happen, but anything can and will happen. Is at the line. It will be 5 laps to go. Now, Michael, you've been in this position before, let alone in this series. What do you got to do if you're the drivers outside the top 2?
Just got to make sure you time your move correctly and at the right time to where that nobody else will be able to get a run underneath you, and that you can clear them by the exit of the corner and start playing defense when it comes to that spot.
And if you notice these drivers, McCurry was kind of running the middle line. Rogers and Deaver, they were running a little bit higher than the 61, and that's a rather interesting move and rather very different, if you must say there. Now here comes Rogers and Deaver to the inside of McCurry. 3 wide for the lead there. Deaver's going to get the top spot.
3 wide. Cole Deaver goes to the lead. Zach Rogers able to clear for second. Now he's just got to play defense.
He's got to try to hold off Jeffrey Finguy right now. And look, he's starting to slowly work his way up there. Watch out for that Ford Taurus of Keith Batson there in that 39 team. They're coming.
Yep, able to avoid that wreck that happened, get himself in good position. We're here with about 4 laps to go, and he's sitting up here, and I think that's the 4th or 5th position.
Yeah, in the 5th position right now. Cole Deaver, I guarantee you, he's got to be happy where he's at, even though he's under fire for the top position. But remember, it's the top 2 that advance. And for Deaver, I guarantee he wants his teammate right now. But the problem with Daniel Olson, he's a little bit far back from where 5th place is of Keith Batson. And remember, he got through that accident.
Yeah, he did.
These slow cars. There's RJ Bishop, but he's on the back straight. I guess what's going to happen, RJ Bishop, he must have lost a cylinder.
It's possible. He probably did notice something
Oh, look at Deaver.
Deaver going for
fourth to
second.
second.
Going for it. He's got a fast car. It's all about how much you can draft and what kind
And
of.
now here he goes for the lead. What a slingshot that 83's got. Oh, look at McCurry trying to go 3 wide, but Finn Guy tried to throw the block. It did not work out. Now McCurry trying to shove him out of the way to go for that second position.
Coming to 2 laps to go. It's going to be interesting with these 5 drivers. Batson a bit falling behind a little bit, but they keep racing. It'll bring him right back up here.
I think it's safe to say Daniel Olson, he's not going to make it. He's going to have to rely on the fan vote. It's going to be a top 5 battle.
Rogers going underneath McCurry for 3rd place. He's going to try to catch up to that 92 of Finn Guy.
And if you look very carefully, too, there, Michael, all these guys that are here are representing their own manufacturer. Not one teammate and not one same manufacturer. So like a battle royale here. But here we go as we're off turn 4. They're battling for 3rd. White flag is going to be displayed for Cole Deaver and Jeffrey Finguy. You're on Jeffrey Finguy right now.
Zach's got to get behind the 61 car. He's got to stop trying to race him. Let him draft. So if McCurry can get underneath the 92, then Zach can follow. But they've got to start side by side.
He's got to hope that 92 is going to go around the 83 and then get a slingshot move. And for Deaver, I guarantee he's going to want to block the hell out of that low line right there. But now the 92's starting to open up. Here he comes to the inside.
He's looking if he gets caught at the 8. If Deaver gets caught
McCurry.
on the outside.
He's going to go 3 wide. No, he's not. But McCurry is going to get the 2nd position. Now trying to get the top spot. That may seal it. Coming to the line.
Seal it.
Jeffrey Finguy, Anthony McCurry, they're going to advance to the All-Star race here at Coca-Cola. The Rooster Teeth Ford out of Fitzwater, Australia Racing, and the Sinclair Lubricants Audi Quattro are going to advance to the All-Star race this season for Season 6. So now comes the question from drivers 3rd on lower. Cole Deaver, Zach Rogers, Keith Batson, Daniel Olson, James Qualls, Kate Anderson, Nathan Hudson, Brett Pritchard, William Duncan, RJ Bishop, Levi McIntyre, Rick Johnson, Elijah Gilbert, Seth Cole, and Kyle Matthews. They all rely on you, the fans, for the fan vote here, and we will find out very soon whether it would be on the All-Star race and when it will happen, or on a post that will come on by in the Discord or on the Facebook group of who is going to advance to the All-Star race. So see your results that go on by here. Congratulations to Finguy and McCurry on making it into the All-Star race here for the NRSL Universal Orlando Cup Series, heading to Coca-Cola. So now, I want to say first off, thank you to Michael Norman for coming over in the booth. A big return and a big thank you as well. Appreciate for coming on over.
No problem. Don't forget, we're going to hop in this teleporter we have in here and head over to Texas here in just a few.
It's like Doctor Who. It's like the telephone machine. It's just like, there it is.
Hold on, wait. Did you say the telephone machine? Don't you mean the TARDIS, sir? Get your Doctor Who facts straight.
Well, I don't watch Doctor Strange, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's Doctor Who, not Doctor Strange.
Why am I getting confused? Anyway, before I make any other stupid fails, if you want to check out Michael's channel, I'll put a link down below to his channel there to sub to that. Also to the NRSL Sports channel where he also does the Budweiser All Pro Series. Till then, Michael, thank you for joining us like it's mentioned, and hopefully there's more to come.
Absolutely, anytime.
And also, don't forget too, if you like this, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts this race, subscribe, be a part of the NRSL by hitting that subscribe button, and we will see you guys later for when the All-Star races will take place here at Coca-Cola. Congrats one last time to Finguy and McCurry making it in. Again, the fan vote will close on Friday, so send in your vote, Friday of the All-Star race that goes on by. So until then, see you guys later. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.